All right, folks, welcome back. Today we are going to review the SafeArms pistol safe. I guess you could use it for other things such as your belongings or jewelry or whatever. The reason I chose this particular safe primarily was because of price, but I also had a few things that I really wanted to be included, which was the quick access via the biometric fingerprint scanner, and a keypad and a key backup in case you screw up all three of those things or the batteries go dead. The biometric lock works with your fingerprint. You can set up multiples. Currently, I have it set up for just me and only one of my fingers. Keypad comes automatically programmed 1, 2, 3, 4. I've changed that. That won't work now. You can set it up for 4 to 10 digit key code. I recommend doing more than 4. Because I set it up with 4, and my 14-year-old son, when I asked him if he could crack it, took him 3 seconds to figure out my 4-digit code, which was not a PIN number or anything like that, but with 4 digits, he randomly selected a bunch and figured it out pretty quick. So I recommend setting it with more than 1, and I plan to do another video on how to do the setup of this safe, how to set your fingerprint, and how to change your code or set up your code. But for now, we're just going to do a review of this safe. So first, we'll check the capacity of the safe. This will hold a full-size handgun. I currently have 2 subcompacts in here, along with 3 mags and a backup battery. Being on my nightstand, I don't want this thing to start screaming that the battery's dead. It'll give you a beep alarm, and not have a backup battery ready to go. That would be a miserable night of sleep, and I also wanted to have one ready to rock when the time comes to change it. All right, so I'm going to unload this thing, unpack it. This is a 6 Sauer P365 on the right and an HK VP9 SK on the left. Bottom of the safe is just I don't know what you call it, eggshell foam. It's a little bit more muted than normal eggshell. It's smaller, but same pattern. Inside the safe, it does come with a bag. I'm actually not even sure what this bag is for, but it could hold belongings that you wanted to hide below the foam, or if you wanted to put the pistol in the bag. But I think I just keep it underneath. Currently I have nothing in it, but it would be a good spot to hide additional coin, It does have holes pre-drilled to bolt this down, and if you're going to be using it in a permanent location, such as your nightstand or in a closet or on your desk, I would recommend bolting it down, because this is a small unit and really could just be walk away with it fairly easily if it wasn't bolted down. Inside, see if I can get this turned around. Inside the safe, this little red button here is what you use to reset things. On this side is where you would change your battery. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I actually put the battery back in, and I put the screw back in the battery housing. I think for ease of operation, if you had to change the battery, I would recommend that you leave that open, because if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you got to fumble around to get that open, or if you don't keep this included screwdriver in the safe and it'll be a nightmare. I'm probably gonna take that cover off. It really serves no purpose other than keeping the battery in there, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere with how full I've been keeping the safe. So I'm just gonna pack this all back up and give you a few more of my opinions on this particular safe. Like I said, I'll put the link in the comments below. I do not get any funding from Amazon or anything like that. I just thought it'd be cool to share the safe that I recently purchased with y'all. I've got this thing pretty much maxed out. Prior to the VP9 SK in here, I had a Ruger Wrangler in this safe. Now it's just got a a gun lock and locked in another safe. But open and closing is fairly easy. One thing you want to do is, before you close the safe, is under this hinge right here, you don't want anything under there because it does fold down and in, and it will pinch things if you have them too close to that edge. I guess in closing, it's not fireproof. That's one downfall of this safe. It's kind of a thinner tin type material, so it's not going to protect if you had any kind of flame issue or a fire, or if you had a break-in. I wouldn't trust this with a break-in at all. Even if you had it bolted down, depending on what you got it to. If it's to your nightstand, it's probably part of the board, or probably a thinner wood, and it could be easily pry barred off of there. I have it just because New York State says I have to. If I didn't they didn't have this law in place, I would have my handgun by my bed, easily accessible. If there were any issue in my home, I'd be able to get to it. I don't think if this law was in place, I probably wouldn't keep them locked at all. It's actually makes it harder for you to protect yourself. It's really ridiculous. So that's where the biometric comes into place. You can get to the gun quickly. I keep my mags loaded and in the gun because when you need it, you don't need to be fumbling to be putting ammunition into a mag or putting the mag into the gun. A few seconds matter when it comes to protecting your life. But hope you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe. We're a long ways from 1,000 subscribers at this point, but hopefully when you're watching it that we've surpassed that a long time ago. And again, I'll leave a link to this product in the description below. Be sure to watch other videos from Mud Lake Ranch. Thank you.